Most e-com brands scale ads randomly, but seasonal brands have an unfair advantage because if you know when your customers buy the most, you can scale hard when it matters and you save a lot of money when it doesn't. So in this video, I'll go over how AI can show you exactly how to do that. With that said, let's jump right into my screen. All right, so this is how my agency at Profit Pulse Media can predictably scale, leveraging AI to find your brand's best months. And we'll go over how to choose the LLM, compiling Shopify sales data, inputting that data into the LLM, and lastly, compiling a report uh, based on those findings. So the first thing is a lot of people will go towards ChatGPT. But when it comes to analyzing ads data, I just favor Claude because Claude has a deeper analysis when it comes to documents or any type of text or numbers. It has more of a structured and factual responses that are more like fact based, make it more reliable for detailed analysis. It also does a good job with like coding and complex tasks, especially when it comes to analyzing numbers, and it needs to have like a coding capability to potentially come up with some charts based on those analyses. So it's pretty good when it comes to visualization. When it comes to ChatGPT, it has more of ability to browse the web, which Claude doesn't really do that as much. So if you want to go through a website and for it to actually like read what's on the website, it could do that. Has a strong all-in-one tool that handles creative tasks well and can be integrated with other applications like image generation. So image generation, I would say ChatGPT is pretty good. It's good for just fast-paced work and brainstorming. Overall, for this video for analyzing numbers and data, Claude is the best one. So the first thing is obviously create a Claude account, and I highly recommend paid plan. So with the free plan, there's a limit on how many questions or how much prompting you could do. And if you're analyzing data, it's really annoying to just hit a limit, especially when you're getting really good data. You don't want it to just stop, wait until like the next day. You want to create a project, put the brand name, tell it what you want it to achieve, which I just put analyzing ads data, and you want to put your brand's KPIs, and you want to give it a better idea on how to analyze data based on the industry and goals. So the more context it has about your brand, who's your ideal customer, what's the target CPA for ads, what is your average order value, anything you know about your brand, add it into the project instructions and just save it. Next, you want to go to Shopify, go to your analytics, go to reports. On the top right, you'll see new exploration, and it has this neat AI search bar where you could just put compare total sales from this year versus 2024 month by month. You could pretty much search any type of data in here without you manually creating it, which is awesome from Shopify side. So I searched that up, and it literally got me the sales of this year for January, for February, for every single month, and then last year. So I could see this year's and last year's month by month. Then I go to the top right, click on the three dots, and then I click on export. Then I go back to Claude, upload that CSV that I got from Shopify, and then I simply prompt it to say, and I put, here are the total sales for 2024 and 2025. Could you point out the months where you notice any seasonality for the brand? And then it will come out with, the peak season for this brand is between March to August, and then a decline from September to October, with a low season of January to February, giving me some key insights of, based on the context of the brand, spring and summer prime season for the brand's product, customers want their cars ready for car shows, track days, and driving weather. So budget more heavily for quarter 2 and quarter 3 campaigns. There's a fall drop off in September, and it just gives context of like why, because it could be back to school, end of show season, or customers preparing for winter. Again, the more context you give it, the better the answers, especially real information that you know what's going on with your brand. And then it gives some recommendations, some marketing recommendations on increasing ad spend in March to July when the intent is the highest. Launch seasonal campaigns in late February, and consider holiday or off-season promotions in quarter 4, which is Black Friday, which this brand does, and then quarter 1 to smooth revenue. Now, you could keep asking it and getting better insights. For example, I simply ask, my budget is $480,000 a year. How can I budget to increase revenue further? And another version of increasing revenue while decreasing my budget by 10%. And then I took a look at the data. It gave me the first plan, gave me percentages of how to allocate the budget. Here's the example of the first plan, which is keeping the same budget and increasing revenue. As you can see, the beginning of the year is when it's lower revenue, so there's less budget. And then the peak months, March to August, is when the budget's much higher. And then it starts to go down as revenue or seasonality takes a part of this. And it gives a focus of like, in January, that's the recovery. April, it's just a peak continuation, peak. So there's multiple months of just peaking. And then it gives expected results. And then for the next one, which is decreasing budget by 10%, it goes over like the philosophy: precision over volume, cut waste, keep winners, reduce budget by eliminating low performing spend windows while protecting high ROI. Okay, so we can see right here, similar, low budget in the beginning of the year. It increases during the peak months. It's just allocated a little bit different. And either way, it will most likely increase the revenue overall year over year, the way that this brand is going towards. It shows a cost-cutting strategy. You can see where we cut December, 55%, because historically that's the weakest month. It's a holiday distraction. Could see a 20% decrease in September to October, because that's the season, to shoulder season efficiency focus. We protect July budget. We protect the peak season core, which is March to July, and then having November as a Black Friday opportunity. And it also gives some efficiency tactics here, channel optimization, cut underperforming ad groups, increase budget on proven winners, and it goes over the proven product based on the context that I gave it. And then, just shifting from prospecting to remarketing in slow months. So it gives a little bit of strategy, and it's up to the strategist to decide what is valuable and what's not valuable. All right. If you like this video, make sure to like and subscribe, and let me know if you have any questions in the comments below. And I will share this presentation in case you want to follow it, since I have it here step by step.